Well, a momentous moment. I've decided to put Bob and little rooster and the little guinea out here with the other babies, although they all, well, they didn't know the 3 chicks, these 2, but they knew the 2 chicks, those 2, over there, obviously when they hatched, because they were side by side. I put the mums, around bare neck there, and where's she gone? Oh, she's there. She's slightly more relaxed now than she was this morning. I put them in their respective houses last night, so the babies had the first night on their own. They were fine. They came out this morning, went straight for their breakfast as normal, as if nothing different had happened, so they were perfectly fine. It was the mums that were bothered. She has decided she's going to fight with everybody, including old Fryer there. But she nearly killed that poor little hen. She had her down on the floor pecking the hell out of her head, so I thought, yeah, okay, fair enough. But she's stopped now. So yeah, so it's a bit late in the day to put these out, but as Bob eats with... Oh, they're going to fight now. Why? Why do it? The trouble is they're a bit old to actually not decide to fight. But that white one there, that white rooster, that's a nasty piece of work. That attacks everybody. I just don't want him to attack the guinea. That's why I put Bob out, because say these 2 eat with Bob. Bob nicks their food and they just move over and let him have his share, and they do their thing. There's no nastiness anywhere. Bob sort of looks after them and talks to them and finds bits and pieces for them to eat, some tasty morsels. And I thought Bob could be a guardian angel for these 2 and be a bit of a mentor for the other young roosters out here. But if that one keeps on, it keeps attacking the little bobblehead hen for some reason, I don't know why. If they keep on, then I'll take the roosters in here out and put them in a stable and just leave the hens with this rooster, the guinea and Bob. What do you think, Bob? At least you're with your own kind now. You lost your turkeys though, haven't you, which I don't think pleases you much, and little Inigay Ray has lost her. He was quite upset when I put them in the box and brought them in, and he knows she's out here because he started calling straight away. She was doing her little call and he was calling back. What do you reckon then? Eh? What do you reckon, Bobsy? Yeah, you're going to crow then? Announce your presence? But no, this lot are quite content to just do their thing. Doing their thing on their own now, which is better. But yeah, the white one attacks that little one. I don't think that's a rooster, I think that's a hen. Oh no, perhaps it's the other one he attacks. There's 2 that are quite similar. I think that's a hen. No, it's not, it's a rooster. No, it's the other one then he attacks. Yeah, Bob. Yeah. Well, are you going to be alright for the minute then? You going to have me a cup of tea? Of course, it'd be when they want to go in tonight that the trouble might start, in which case I'll just grab these 3 again and put them back in the house, and then bring them out early in the morning maybe. Well, you know, after I've given this lot breakfast, given them all breakfast, and they're all settled doing their own thing, I'll bring them out again tomorrow. So they've got all day to get used to each other, and I've got all day to keep an eye on them, on and off. But I thought it would be a good idea to introduce them as soon as this lot had settled, after I'd taken mums out. So I went shopping today, which was a pain in the bum, to go and get my daughter from the station, then went shopping, otherwise they could have been out here by 2 o'clock. 2:30 at the absolute latest, and they would have had 3 more hours. 2.5, 3 hours. What was it now? Half 5? No. Half 2, 3, half 4. Well, no, 3 more hours out here than what they're going to get now. But she needs more space. She needs more natural food to peck around in, but she doesn't need to get attacked and get bothered by these other bruisers, because if she does, it'll probably kill her. And as she's on her own, the odd one out, you know, it could be a bit of a problem, to say the least. So if the other one had lived, and if Moran Bareneck had left her one alone, there would have been 3. But at least she's got the much older, bigger rooster to protect her. Oh, for heaven's sake. That's why I've got you out here, Bob, so you stop all that sort of carrying on. So you sort of get between them and say, excuse me, I'm the older and wiser, so pack it up. But you're not sort of all there, are you? You're not completely with it. It's still brain damage, so always will be. I don't think he really knows what he's supposed to do anyway. He sorts these two out, especially when that one gets up on the wall and tries to get through the fence. He'll go up to him and sort of give him a look, and he'll come down. Yeah, where's little girl gone? Oh, she's over here. Oh, you're investigating, are you? You don't care, do you? And now I've got a sick turkey. She's having a dreadful molt. She's got hardly any feathers left, they're just quill spikes. She's absolutely riddled with lice, and she's got sauerkraut. And I picked hold of her yesterday to see what her problem was, because she was just laying down making silly noises. And within about 3 seconds, my arms were covered in lice. I couldn't believe it. So I immediately dusted her, gave her another dust again this morning. Gave her natural yoghurt this morning as well with some cat's claw. She thoroughly enjoyed me giving her another dust with diatomaceous earth, but then just laid down again and started making silly noises. Are you two going to fight again? Bob, would you come and sort these two out? You're looking for your turkeys, aren't you? Well, you're with chickens now. Yeah, there we go. He's older than you, matey, so I wouldn't try it if I was you, and that's the one that... the white one attacks the brown one. Bobble head. Always attacking that one. Oh well, we'll leave you to it for a minute then. Are you alright, Bob? Yeah, we'll leave you to it. We'll go and get on and do other things, and come back in about 10 minutes, I suppose, just to see. Oh no, what's going to happen here? Let's see. That's a hen. I'm pretty sure it's a hen. Now you look after Guinea there, you. You're an arrogant sod, aren't you? Yeah. Real arrogant bugger. But you look after Guinea. You keep with him, Guinea. He's your protection. Yeah, mum's fuss, 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 fuss. Your babies aren't bothered about you, old girl. So you're just worrying yourself for nothing, because they couldn't care less. They really couldn't. These two are talking to each other. Actually, she's bigger than you. Perhaps it is a rooster. I just thought it was a hen. Seem to be talking quite nicely to each other. Little Guinea. I think the good thing is that obviously all these 3 are tame, so if there is a problem, I should just be able to get hold of them. I'd bring the cat box in, those 2 will go straight in the cat box. Poor old little black bear neck's still suffering. She's sort of improved a little, but she's not that good. She still can't stand, although she did stand this morning when I propped her up against the cat box. You seem a bit lost, Bob. Those 2 have gone off and done their thing, so why don't you follow them? Eh? And she stood, I suppose, for about 30 seconds, maybe a minute. But then went to walk forward and nose dived to the floor and got herself into a right old pickle, shouting and screaming because she couldn't get back up again, so I don't know. But we'll keep going until I know there's no hope. Just like I did with Bob, and then he came right, so I'm certainly not going to give up on her just yet. Right, Bob, we'll leave you to it, shall we, dear? You have a scratch around, have a peck about, and you've got a nice big area out here now, and you can go and have a dust. I'll take you over to the dusting bit in a minute, and you can have a dust. That'll please you, won't it, mate? Yeah, it will. Yeah, all right, Bob. I'm just going to go join them now. Yeah, we're going to go join them at great speed. Go and investigate, Bob. Take them with you. And there's other mum there. Right. Yeah, Bob. Well, these two have found the dusting holes, but they don't appear to be dusting. They would rather dust in wet mud than in dry earth. They're just picking up bits and pieces. Right, he's shaking himself as if he's dusted, but of course he hasn't. Now don't fall down the rabbit hole, Bob. And you're going to, aren't you? No, 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 no. You're going to come and have a dust, Bob? So you have to go through all the undergrowth. He's going to dust there where I haven't cleared, because he's an idiot. Here, Bob, look, I've cleared this bit for you. Look, Bob. Here. Here, look. A few more stones. Here, look. Come on then. Another dust. Another dust then. You know you want to. Oh, that's friendly. Oh, that is a little hen. No, Bob, that's a baby. Don't be ridiculous. Paedophile. Of course, he's never been out with hens or youngsters, so he doesn't know how to behave. You're not going to dust then? Okay. These two aren't bothered, they're quite happy just pecking around doing their thing. Aren't you? Yeah. Oh, I'll be so pleased if it does work and if they all do settle, because to be able to get them out the kitchen would be absolutely great. And Bob with his own kind, out all day. If it rains, you know, he can go into the house, no worries. Into the pig house and do this. No, that'd be great, absolutely great. I just hope it works, but we shall see. Oh, I missed that bit, which is a bit of a shame that little black bear next rooster and this rooster decided to have a set to again, and they both ran into Bob, and Bob immediately chastised him, not him. He sort of said to him, you know, be a bigger man, don't fight back, just walk away, turn the other cheek, head held high and just walk away. And he did, he just took off. That was quite sweet. There's a good boy, Bob. Teaching him manners, yeah, boy? Yeah, that's a good lad. Mind you, these three were, you know, the old Henny Penny's babies there. They had taken themselves to bed, these three. And I think those two are roosters. That's a hen. And that's obviously why that white one over there attacks the smaller one of those two, because it's a rooster and it thinks it can get the better of him. So I might only have possibly one hen, that one, little top-tin knot. I think that further one is a hen too. They got starter spurs. I don't know. Yeah, that's got the starter spurs. But then I've got two hens out in the tin hut lot with actual spurs. I've actually got spurs, it's ridiculous. Real pointy spurs. Careful, Bob, you're getting caught up there with a dock. A dead dock. Oh, well, we'll come back out in another half hour. See what happens, what's going on with you lot then. So, very nearly a year on from old Bob's convulsing problem. He's now a perfectly fine rooster, as you can see, apart from his blooded comb there, because him and Floyd decide that they're going to wage war through the fence there. So I've had to block it off, but they still have a go at each other through the gate. But we've had no more episodes since the last one, when Hoppy grabbed him through the fence and caused him great problems. He's gone forever onwards, upwards and forwards since he improved there, and there he is now, a proper rooster. I just wish I could integrate him with the others. It didn't work with me integrating him in with the young roosters and the little guinea and little black bear neck there's chick. He didn't want to go into the pig house at night, and he really stressed, so I decided not to bother to do that. So I left the little guinea and the what I thought was a rooster. It isn't a rooster, it's actually a hen. There she is there. I left them out there with the other four for a while, and then decided to separate the four roosters. No, 4, 5, 6, 4, oh, I don't know how many were out there. 4, 5, 6, 7, or 7 altogether. Yeah, so I've got the 3 hens, and they're all out here. I don't know where the other, I think that's the other little hen. No, that's the hen. That's the little hen. No, 2 hens. Just 2 hens. Those 2. Little guinea girl, she's out here. I don't know where she is at the moment. Probably over there. Doing whatever she's doing over there. I don't know, is that her? Yeah, I think that's her. And put the 4 roosters in the stable. And they're doing fine. But this poor little love, so nearly a year on. Oh my God. She's not improving at all, are you? Oh God, that was not clever. Not improving at all, lady, are you? She's quite happy hanging around in her sling. But we do try to stand, we do try to walk, we do try to do all sorts of things, but unfortunately she never is going to walk, so I don't know. She still has problem breathing from time to time. I haven't got the heart to put her down, but she can't carry on like this indefinitely. It's not fair. So I don't know, I just don't know with her. But there we are. That's the last. This would be the last video I do. As I say, you're fine now, aren't you, Bobby Boo? Hey, look at the state of you. Why do you keep insisting on fighting with Floyd through the fence? And then Floyd does like to fight with everybody. But he's fine, aren't you, Bobsy Boo? Hey, my Bobsy Boo. Yeah, but he's definitely a kitchen rooster. He has his time of coming in, and he'll stand at the gate and shout and swear at me if I don't let him in at a certain time. And then let him out at a certain at the same time every morning. He's a household pet and will remain a household pet no matter what. As for Morris, he's back out here again. He's been out here for 4 or 5 days now. 5 days now. With Ooster A-Ray. Hey, Ooster A-Ray. Yeah. Because he tore toes to bits. He tore her side out. I took the strapping off of her today because she insists on dusting. She keeps getting filth all in the wounds. It's fairly dry. It hasn't closed right over yet, but half of it is still wide open, gaping, but it's dry. So I think she's better off just letting the air get to it and healing on its own. Hey, Toes. She's not very happy today, actually. But there we are. I had to put old Hoppy and Loppy down, didn't we, Bob? It broke my heart to do it, but Loppy got himself cast in a corner of the stable on the concrete and knocked himself to bits and was dying of exhaustion. And Hoppy, for about, I don't know, 3-4 weeks, had been getting lamer and lamer and lamer to the point where he could hardly walk at all. So as soon as I saw poor old Loppy in that state, I just put them straight in the box and put them out of their misery, gassed them. I didn't even think about it. If I thought about it, I would have tried this, that and the other thing with Loppy, even though the poor little soul was suffering. And I would have tried to have jollied Hoppy along to either the point where he couldn't walk at all or he had improved, but it was a case of lost the point. So that was it. So they're no longer with me, which is tragic, but broken-hearted about that. My old Ginge, she died on the pig out lot. She was 15, over 15. She got something wrong with her. I don't know what it was. I tried everything with her, but it took her a week in the end just to give up the ghost. She was sitting on my lap and I was administering natural yoghurt to her at the time. And I put her back down afterwards to, let her carry on as she was, up on her legs and walking around. And she didn't want to stand. She went to, then when she did stand up, she lurched forward and went through the death throes. Just like that. So I immediately picked her up and held her. She died a dreadful death, fighting all the way. Because she was the toughest chicken, I think, ever, toughest animal ever. Hey, Bob. But she didn't want to go. She fought it all the way, which broke my heart, but that was that for her. And 2 days before she died, I went out in the pig-up lot to give them their supper, and there was my spot, my male guinea, in the house, in the pig house, dead. He had a heart attack. Ginger, I don't know what her problem was. She had something with septicemia. When I had a look into her problem, her liver was shot, her spleen was shot. So she obviously had some form of typhoid, but she had septicemia as well. Sour crop, although it wasn't sour crop because she's having natural yoghurt, but nothing was going down. I mean, the whole of her insides were a mess. Her heart, the sac around her heart was full of fluid, so yeah. She wasn't going to make it no matter what I did anyway. It was her time, but she didn't want to go. Hey, Bob. So that crucified me for about a week. Couldn't get over that. That was dreadful, absolutely dreadful. I always said when Ginge goes, that'll be it for me. She was my control. We'd been here together for the duration. I think we'd been here about 8 months when Prof next door gave me her and another one. So yeah. So we'd been through thick and thin together, me and her. She never was the friendliest of hens. But as I say, she was a fighter and she was as tough as they come. Much like me. But she couldn't fight anymore. I suppose I got to the point where I can't fight anymore either. But, rabbit just leapt. Honestly, cheeky little God. Yeah. And one of the little black hens. Little one with a real freaky hairdo. There's all the spikes, sort of white and black spikes that were sort of bobbed along. It was sort of, I don't know what it looked like. It looked like some sort of punk rocker. I was going out to feed them and she was laying down, and that was about a week before Spot died. It all happened in a matter of about 12 days. There's a little hen here and Spot and Ginge. What are you doing, Bob? What are you finding? Oh, you got a worm or something dreadful. What on earth is that you've got? Whatever it is, it's gone now. Okay. Yeah, I was going through the gate there to feed them. She was lying over there just by the swimming pool. And I thought, oh, what's she doing? I'm going to dust, having a rest, whatever. Got closer to her. She went through the death roads, picked her up, and thought, what on earth? And that was it, dead. She had a heart attack too, I think. Her heart looked very large to what it should have done, and her lungs were full of fluid. That was another thing with old Spot. His lungs were full of blood. So whatever he had, whatever was wrong with him, an embolism perhaps, not an embolism, an aneurysm. Real mess. And he was perfectly fine that morning, just in the house dead, in the pig house dead, so I don't know. Oh, little girl, I don't know what we're going to do with you, I really don't. A year all but, what, 2 months? Oh, sorry, 10 months. She's been like that. But she's quite happy. She picks up the grass out here and has a breakfast and supper and wickers away at me and wickers away at Bob, and she's wickering away now. But I don't know. Not being able to walk must be purgatory for her. She's very strong, her legs are very strong, but she just cannot stand up and walk. She goes sideways. Picking up the grass again, okay, little girl. Right, so Bob. Yeah? So that's that. The last video diary of Bob. Because you're fine, aren't you, Bobby? Nice, big, upright, strong, healthy rooster. But I think his vision's still not good. He'll always have that, I assume. That'll never improve. But he's certainly a perfectly normal rooster. Apart from that little defect. So, there we are.